The Alice comet is proving to be full of surprises. It appears a tail is beginning to form, and scientists are currently unsure of the reason. A colossal object, weighing an estimated 73 trillion kilograms, is hurtling through our solar system at 200,000 kilometers per hour. And it is not of local origin. In the light it reflects, scientists have detected something highly unusual, a signature they have never before observed in any comet. Furthermore, the object's trajectory through space brought it exceptionally close to Mars at a remarkably precise moment. However, the probability of this occurring by chance is less than 1 in a million. The object is considerably large and is on a trajectory that takes it near the planets orbiting our sun. A renowned Harvard scientist, Avi Loeb, suggests there is a 30 to 40% probability that this object is not entirely of natural origin. What's even more concerning is that during a brief shutdown of the American government, NASA's website ceased providing information at the exact moment this object made its closest approach to Mars. Atlas has defied all the established rules we believed governed celestial bodies. Here is what should be most alarming. If this object is of artificial construction, it could be observing us. Consider the implications.
From an engineering
The paramount question is whether it represents technology or a natural phenomenon.
Nature does not.
We anticipate learning more in the days to come. According to scientist Loeb's calculations,
when the American government stopped working
Atlas
for a few
originated
days,
from a direction
NASA's
in space
website
from which
stopped showing
extraterrestrial beings
information
could have observed
precisely when
Earth
this
transiting
object
the sun.
passed closest
Any
to Mars.
civilization
We
in
hope
that
to tell
particular
more in
region
the coming
could have
days.
identified our solar system in the same way we discover other planets. They would be able to determine the precise orbits of our planets and identify which one harbors life. The object's trajectory places it squarely within that detection zone. If an entity dispatched this probe after observing Earth, it's possible they have been monitoring us for thousands of years, biding their time for the opportune moment to arrive. If you find space mysteries like this compelling, be sure to subscribe. We will be tracking this object in real time for the coming months. Many have been asking the same unsettling questions about Atlas, and the answers are far more disturbing than one might imagine. This interstellar visitor exhibits 7 documented anomalies that scientists cannot adequately explain, unlike any other celestial object we have observed. This one defies classification. Let's begin with the most startling fact: its incredible weight of over 73 trillion kilograms. Atlas is approximately 6 million times more massive than our most powerful rocket. This weight estimate originates from Harvard researchers who observed something truly peculiar. Despite outgassing and creating a surrounding coma, the object's trajectory barely alters. Typically, when comets release gas, they are propelled about, much like a balloon releasing air, but not this object. It is so massive that these jets have a negligible effect on its path. This is where the situation becomes even more perplexing, based on our understanding of interstellar space. There simply isn't a sufficient amount of rocky material available to form and send such a massive object to our solar system. Avi Loeb calculated that, given the known density of interstellar matter, we should have detected hundreds of smaller objects before encountering one this gigantic, but we have not. As Loeb stated, the interstellar medium lacks the requisite rocky material to deliver such a colossal object to our solar system. Over the past decade, the timing of its arrival raises even more questions. On October 3rd, 2025, Atlas passed within 29 million kilometers of Mars, a proximity that should have allowed our rovers and satellites to capture unprecedented images. The Perseverance rover did capture an image of something moving across the Martian sky, an angled streak that did not align with typical star trails. But here is the issue. At the precise moment of this historic encounter, numerous NASA websites went dark due to the government shutdown. The timing seems remarkably convenient. especially as scientists around the world were desperate for real-time data. What little we did manage to capture before the information blackout is profoundly confusing. The object appears to be elongated, resembling other anomalous objects more than a typically spherical comet. It lacks the dramatic tail one would expect from such an active body. Instead, it is enveloped in a diffuse cloud of ionized gas that behaves unlike anything in our records. Its chemical composition adds yet another layer to the mystery. While scientists detected cyanide and carbon monoxide, which are not uncommon in comets, they also discovered evidence suggesting the environment around Atlas is more akin to Martian conditions than the typical regions of cometary formation. This implies the object may have originated from a planet's surface, rather than the frigid depths of space where comets are born. The object's behavior near the Sun also defies all expectations. On September 25th, a solar storm made a direct impact with Atlas. Scientists anticipated that this blast of charged particles would drastically alter the comet, perhaps even causing it to fragment. Yet, follow-up observations on September 27th and October 2nd revealed nothing dramatic. No fragmentation occurred. No sudden tail formed, only a gradual expansion of its gaseous envelope. It is almost as if the object is more resilient than any natural comet ought to be. But here is what truly keeps scientists awake at night: the polarization anomaly. When sunlight reflects off the dust particles surrounding a comet, it produces a specific,
probability of impact
measurable
is less
pattern.
than 1
Every
in
single
1
comet we
million.
have ever studied exhibits positive polarization at large viewing angles. Atlas, however, displays a negative polarization of 2.77% at a phase angle of 6.4 degrees, a reading more extreme than any comet ever recorded. This indicates that the dust surrounding it is fundamentally different from anything found within our solar system. The particles could be rougher, more irregular, or composed of materials we have never before encountered. The trajectory itself tells a compelling story. Unlike random interstellar debris, Atlas is traveling on a path that is aligned almost perfectly with our solar system's ecliptic plane, where all the planets orbit. The likelihood of this occurring by chance is a mere 0.002%, which translates to 1 in 500. Now, factor in that it passed near Mars and is set to approach Jupiter on March 16th, 2026, arriving at the perfect moment to encounter several planets. The combined probability of all these coincidences is less than 1 in a million. Now, let's look at this from an engineering standpoint. If your goal was to study multiple planets with maximum efficiency, you would plot a trajectory that hugs the plane where the planets orbit. You would time your arrival perfectly to maximize these planetary encounters, and that is precisely what Atlas is doing. The object is projected to pass 54 million kilometers from Jupiter, which is close enough for detailed observations if it is equipped with instruments. As Loeb notes, if this trajectory was indeed designed by an extraterrestrial intelligence, then the 5-degree inclination makes perfect sense. It represents the ideal angle for observing the transits of main belt asteroids. Some scientists are even proposing a far wilder possibility, like Dr. Suzanne Fenier. She suggests that objects like Atlas could actually be planetary seeds. Her simulations indicate that massive interstellar objects entering young solar systems might just jumpstart the planet formation process. Instead of requiring millions of years to coalesce from dust, planets could form rapidly around these pre-existing cores. If this theory holds true, a portion of Jupiter's mass could have originated from an ancient interstellar visitor. Its speed is yet another red flag. Currently speeding along at 37 kilometers per second relative to Mars, Atlas is expected to accelerate to 42 kilometers per second as it nears the Sun. That is 240,000 kilometers per hour, fast enough to circle the entire Earth in just 10 minutes. While this speed is not unheard of for interstellar objects, when you combine it with its immense mass, it represents a tremendous amount of kinetic energy. If this object were artificial, it would signify technology far beyond any human capability. Furthermore, the size estimates continue to grow as we gather more precise data. Initial observations pointed to something modest, perhaps only a few hundred meters in diameter. Now, we are looking at a nucleus that is roughly 3 kilometers wide. That is 3 kilometers of solid material. And that is not even including the surrounding gas cloud. To put that into perspective, that is larger than the asteroid believed to have caused the extinction of the dinosaurs. Picture something the size of a small mountain hurtling through space at speeds that would allow it to cross the entire United States in under 2 minutes. Spacecraft from the European Space Agency are now our last hope for getting answers. While NASA's communications went silent, the ESA's Mars Express and ExoMars spacecraft have continued their observations. The upcoming JUICE spacecraft is scheduled to intercept Atlas in November of 2025. Although delays in data transmission mean we will not get the results right away, these observations could be the key to finally revealing whether the object possesses unusual surface features or internal structures. What makes this situation truly unnerving is not any single anomaly, it is the overall pattern. Every new measurement seems to push the boundaries of what is considered naturally possible. The mass is too great. The composition is too peculiar. The timing is too perfect. And the trajectory is far too precise. Scientists are using the term black swan event to describe it something so improbable that it forces us to completely reconsider our fundamental assumptions. Avi Loeb puts it bluntly. He states that those who insist Atlas is purely natural must be able to explain all 7 of its anomalies through natural processes.
In real time.
To date,
This is a spectacular
no one has
display of
succeeded.
natural destruction
The object
and
also
rebirth.
appears to glow in ways that regular comets simply do not. Some experts predict it could evaporate dramatically or shatter into pieces as it nears the sun in late October. Others believe it might surprise us yet again by remaining completely intact. However, the most disturbing possibility is that Atlas represents what Loeb calls a Trojan horse, advanced technology masquerading as a natural object. The perfect camouflage would be to appear almost like a comet, but not quite. It would be just different enough that careful observation would reveal the truth, yet similar enough to evade immediate detection. Think about the implications. If an advanced civilization wanted to study other solar systems, what better method could there be than sending probes disguised as natural objects? These probes could gather data for millions of years, drifting silently between stars and occasionally passing through systems just like ours. The 5-degree orbital alignment would be logical if the probe were specifically designed to encounter multiple planets with high efficiency. Its unusual resistance to solar storms would also be an expected trait of advanced materials. We are not claiming that Atlas is definitively artificial. The scientific consensus still leans towards a natural origin. However, the sheer accumulation of anomalies has reached a point where even the most conservative scientists are starting to ask uncomfortable questions. This object is compelling us to confront possibilities that we have always dismissed as mere science fiction. As Atlas continues its approach toward the sun, we are rapidly running out of time to study it. On December 19th, 2025,
right on schedule.
it will pass
Confirmation of the
268 million
luminescence
kilometers from
Confirmed,
Earth.
Doctor.
This will be our
It's
last
definitely
good opportunity
artificial.
to view it before it
Geological
vanishes forever
analysis revealed
back into the
highly
depths of interstellar
anomalous heat
space.
signatures,
Whatever secrets it may
suggesting an
hold,
energy source
we have
deep
only a
within
few
the
weeks
metallic
left to
core.
uncover them. After that, it will become
Our
just another
speculative
mystery,
cutaway reveals
lost to
a
the cosmic
stunning
darkness.
complexity beneath
The universe has
surface.
suddenly become a lot stranger and, potentially, a lot more crowded. Whether Atlas turns out to be natural or artificial, it has already shown us that interstellar visitors can be far more massive, complex and mysterious than we ever imagined. The next one could be even more unusual. And if this event has taught us anything, it is that we absolutely must be ready. If this video has opened your eyes to the incredible mysteries lurking within our own solar system, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for future updates. As we continue to track Atlas on its journey toward the sun, drop a comment below with your theory on what this object truly is. And do not forget to share this with someone who thinks space is boring. This is guaranteed to change their mind. This is sure to change their mind.